Let's use operators. Before we start adding tasks, let me show you two Python script files that we're gonna use in our DAG. The first one is fetchingtweet.py. The purpose of this script is to read the file data.csv, which contains tweets, format their date, drop the column row ID, and export those modified tweets into the file datafetch.csv in the temp directory. The second script is cleaningtweet.py. The purpose of this script is to clean the tweets. As you can observe, it reads the file datafetch.csv previously generated, transforms the tweets through different functions, for example to remove mentions, URLs, and non-letter characters, and finally it exports those new clean tweets into a file named dataclean.csv in temp directory as well. Now we're gonna make a copy of Twitter DAG v1 and paste it into the Airflow DAGs folder with the name Twitter DAG v2. Okay, now we're gonna open the file and change the DAG ID Twitter DAG v1 to Twitter DAG v2. If we go back to the user interface and refresh it, Twitter DAG v2 appears in the list as expected. Now it's time to add tasks. At first, we need to import the operators and the Python script files that we have seen into the DAG. So we import Python operator to execute Python arbitrary functions, bash operator to execute bash commands, hive operator to execute SQL code in the Hive database, file sensor, which is also an operator but it is used to monitor when a specific file arrived at a defined location, and our two script files. Now all the dependencies are imported, we can use our first operator, which is the file sensor. To do so, we create a variable, for example waiting underscore file underscore task, and we assign to it an instantiation of the file sensor. In order to instantiate a file sensor, we pass a task ID, which is mandatory for all kinds of operators and must be unique in the current DAG. Let's call the task waiting underscore file underscore task. Then we pass a file system connection ID, where the value fsdefault refers to the connection ID that you can find in the connection view of the user interface. Right there. We give a file path corresponding to the location and the name of the expected file. And finally, we set the value of POC interval to 5, meaning the file sensor operator will check every 5 seconds if the file data.csv exists at the location /home/airflow/airflow underscore files. The next operator we're gonna use is Python operator. We create a variable fetchingTweetTask, and we assign to it a Python operator with the task ID fetchingTweetTask, and a Python callable set to fetchingTweet.main. The Python callable parameter corresponds to the Python function that we want to execute. Here it is a function main from the import fetchingTweet. So we have initialized our first Python operator to fetch the tweets, but let me remind you that we also need to clean them. Basically, we just have to create another variable corresponding to our task, instantiate another Python operator, and give the cleaningTweet.name function. I let you some time to do it, pause the video now, and see you for the solution. Okay, I hope you have found the solution. You just had to copy and paste what we did for fetching tweet and change fetching by cleaning. Once we have the file dataclean.csv generated by the task cleaningTweetTask, we want to upload this file from /tmp/dataclean.csv into the HDFS. HDFS stands for Hadoop File System, which is a distributed file system that handles large datasets running on commodity hardware. So create a variable load underscore into underscore hdfs underscore task and instantiate a bash operator with the task ID load underscore into underscore hdfs underscore task with the following bash command. Hadoop fs for file system dash put for upload dash f for file /tmp/datacleaned.csv and the destination TMP into the HDFS. Finally, we want to transfer those data from the HDFS into a Hive table. Why? Because Hive allows you to query data stored into HDFS with a SQL-like language called SQL, and so it makes easier to read, write, and manage large datasets. In order to do so, we create a variable transfer underscore into underscore Hive underscore task, instantiate a Hive operator with the task ID transfer underscore into underscore Hive underscore task, and the following SQL command. Load data in path /tmp/dataclean.csv, which is where from the HDFS the file is loaded into the table tweets, partitioned by the date the 1st of October 2018. Okay, so that's it for the task. Let's save the DAG and go to the user interface. Here, click on the Twitter DAG v2, then grab view. And as you can see, we have 5 nodes corresponding to our task, but we don't have any edges linking them from each other. If you remember, those edges correspond to the dependencies we need to indicate which task must be executed before the other. In the next video, we're going to talk about the last missing part of our DAG, which is dependency.